Hey guys, welcome back to Comic Talk. Today we're discussing the last episode of Arrow. Man, this is the end of an era. End of an era. This final episode had all these different memories of the past seasons, and man, this is the end of an era. This what started off all the. Basically, it's called the Arrowverse because Arrow was the one who started it off. So it spawned, the Flash. It spawned Supergirl, Batwoman, Black Lightning. Now we're gonna have a Superman Lois Lane show. Now we're gonna have a Stargirl show. But we're not gonna have all these shows. We would not have all these shows if it weren't for Green Arrow being so good in the first season and the second season, and so on and so forth. So just like how um, Iron Man did it in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. If Iron Man wasn't good, then it probably wouldn't have spawned all these other Marvel movies. Because I think they were banking on like, oh, this movie needs to be good. If it's not good, who knows where the Marvel Cinematic Universe would be? Who knows where the DC TV universe would be? Um, like the DC EU, the movie universe, the DC. It's not doing so good, so they're doing it in a different direction. Now it's getting better, but you see the correlation. But this man, I really wish that this arrow didn't end, but all good things must come to an end. I think you want to leave on a high note. You want to leave like saying you wanted more, and for me personally, I did want more out of Arrow, but I know that everything has to come to an end. I'm glad with the final season. I really enjoyed season 8. I really enjoyed all the episodes leading up to the crossover, and then the episode after the crossover, and him turning to the Spectre. John finally getting his ring. I knew I was finally. I was like, okay, he's. They tease it in season 7 of the last year's crossover. The last crossover they did, not this crossover, but the crossover before. They teased John Diggle being a Green Lantern, and I was waiting for that. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see him put it on the ring. We just saw him look at the ring, but we saw Oliver become the Spectre and all that stuff, and we saw all this other stuff. So I'm glad that we ended on a high note. We ended on a high note, in my opinion. I really loved the show. This is one of my favorite shows of all time. The fight scenes were really incredible. The storylines were really incredible. I love the arcs of everybody. Green Arrow's arc from season 1 to season 8. John Diggle's from season 1 to season 8. Laurel Lance, season 1 to season 8. Everybody's arc was really good. Felicity's was really good. We had some bumpy roads. Season 4 and 5 were not the best, but I did stick around. I still watch all the episodes. But yeah, so they did get better after season 5. Again, season 7, season 8 were really good in my opinion. Season 4 and 5 were not as good. Season 1, 2, and 3 were really good. So we just had a few bumpy roads, bump in the road here and there, but overall, I really enjoyed the show. I can't believe that it's over. Uh, but this episode was really about all the memories of from the past seasons from Arrow, like season 1, season 3, season 2. All these plot lines coming together and all these things coming to an end. Everybody saying goodbye. Oliver, everybody saying goodbye to everybody, and then they're so basically this is just his funeral, basically, and then we're just all looking at different stuff, different aspects of the Green Arrow, different things that happened to him, and we're seeing all the changes that happened when he changed the universe and all that stuff. When he became the Spectre and he changed the whole universe. But this was a really enjoyable show. I really hope that all the other shows can rise to the occasion and rise to be better and rise to be as good as the Green Arrow was. Like I think the next best one is probably the Flash. Flash is really good. Hopefully, Flash can step up, and now he's probably gonna be the leader. He's probably out of all of them, him and probably Black and White Canary Sarah Lance have probably the most vigilante experience, most hero experience. So hopefully they take a leadership role now because they've had the most experience besides Oliver. Because Oliver is basically the first vigilante out of all of them. He's the one who taught Barry. Uh, he's the one who basically taught Barry Allen how to, be the Flash, how to navigate this hero stuff, and he's, been a guide to Barry, and he then became brothers, and like John Diggle, they became brothers and best friends and all that stuff. So, and now they're having a spin-off show with the Canaries, with Dinah Drake, Laura Lance, and Mia Queen, and so hopefully we can get more of those other characters on the show because now they're on all on the same Earth. So hopefully we could we can get more of these characters all on the same shows, like just cameos. Not like saying everybody on each episode, like a big crossover. I'm just saying like maybe Supergirl can pop her head in, or like uh, XS can pop her head into Arrow, or she can pop in her head to DC Legends tomorrow. Just pop their head in here and there. Doesn't have to be every episode. I'm just saying maybe one episode for like 10 minutes she helps out for the like, oh, I need a speedster. In the future, Barry Allen's dead, so XS is here. So, or we have another speedster. So hopefully we can get uh, more cameos in each other show. But there's a lot to say, but I don't know how to say it. Man, this is just an end of an era. End of an era. Just that's the only thing I could say is just end of an era, because this is like the DC versions of Tony Stark, where this character started a whole universe. Well, literally, he started a whole universe. In Crisis, he's basically rebuilt the universe, but from 8 years ago, he started a universe, the Arrowverse. And I know maybe people are like, oh, Smallville, but it's all spawned from Arrow. If Arrow didn't do good, we probably wouldn't have a good show like The Flash, or enjoyable show like The Legends of Tomorrow. So we were not gonna have all these other shows if it were not for Arrow. And I think we have to thank Arrow for that. And man, this was an incredible show, and it was I really wish that I'm really glad. I'm not wish. I'm glad that season 8, on my opinion, ended on a high note. Unlike other shows, I know other shows like, oh, the last episode wasn't good. Oh, the last season wasn't as good as the other ones. I believe that season 8 was on a high note because they were just trying to build into like, oh, Oliver's gonna die, and because we knew that Oliver was gonna die this season. They've been saying it since last season that he was gonna die, and so they've been preparing for him dying, and he sacrificed himself for Kara and for Barry. So maybe this is not the last we've seen him, because he is the Spectre. So maybe did he die? Is he still alive? He's probably gonna pop in his head here and there, or make a cameo here and there. But officially, this is his last episode. This was his last episode. Um, but like Diana Drake, Laura Lance, and Mia Queen, these are not their last episode. They're gonna have their own show. So maybe we're gonna see some other characters. Maybe we'll get to see what I'm hoping for is we'll get to see John Diggle in a Green Lantern suit, or act as a Green Lantern. That's what I want from after the show. That's the show I really want to see, is John Diggle as Green Lantern, which would be really cool. And then John Stewart, that'd be really cool. He grows the beard and all that stuff, and becomes a Green Lantern, and I think that would be terrific, Mr. Terrific. And it was kind of cool to see all the characters from the past few years at the funeral in this episode, like Talia al Ghul, Anissa al Ghul. We saw Amiko Queen. They brought back. He brought back his mother. He brought back Tommy. Thea and Roy got married, so hopefully we can get more on that. Maybe we can see them pop their head into the Canary show. So hopefully we don't get to see the end of these characters. I really want to see what Thea and Roy are gonna do after they get married. Are they still gonna fight crime? Are they still gonna go back to just living a normal life? Are they gonna, are they gonna still be superheroes? That's what I want to know. I think that Roy Harper should have been Green Arrow, but that's just me. He was the OG sidekick of the Green Arrows, and I think that would have been a really good show of Roy Harper, his own shows. That would have been really cool. But lo and behold, we get the Canary, so hopefully we can get those characters fleshed out a little bit more. Mia Queen a little bit more fleshed out, and the and William and all that stuff. So hopefully we get more fleshed out from that. And man, this one almost got me crying on this one, because it didn't hit me when he died on Crisis on Infinite Earths, but this one was like, they're just showing all the memories, and from season 1, season 2, season 5, season 4, season 6, and just all these memories, and all the how Oliver Queen has changed from the guy who he used to kill people. He had like a notebook. In season 1, he had a notebook, and he was crossing off names, and he was killing people, which was cool. One of the best seasons. But they were showing like, oh, how John Diggle gave him like a morality. He was like the morality of the good side of the Green Arrow part. So he was like telling, oh, maybe they don't all need to die. Maybe they need to go to jail, or they could face justice in jail. So maybe that's what Oliver Queen had. So he had a good side. He had a morality side from John Diggle, and then maybe when Tommy died, that's when he stopped killing people. He didn't want to kill people anymore. So just how, and they were just showing this last episode. They were showing how everybody affected Oliver. He took, oh, this is how he became a better person. Oh, John Diggle made him a better person. Felicity made him a better person outside of the suit, where he had someone to love. He had a life partner. He had someone who supported him through thick and thin. And John Diggle, who supported him the first who told him, oh, maybe we don't need to kill everybody. Maybe we need to, decide, oh, maybe do they really deserve to die, or do they really, maybe they just need to go to jail and get rehabilitated, or who knows what. And I'm just glad that to see everybody, like some other people as well. The guy with the rags, I forgot his name. Renee, I think, forgot his name, but he came back and all that stuff. So, and then we got to see all these other villains and all that stuff. Deathstroke, Malcolm Merlin, Damien Dark. Probably not my favorite villain. I think he was better suited for the Legends, but nonetheless, he was a villain of Arrow. But I think this is the end of the episode. Man, this is the end of an era. If you haven't seen the episode, I've spoiled the stuff out of it, but if you've watched every other episode, I didn't really spoil anything. They were just memories and flashbacks of how everybody affected Green Arrow. But again, this is the end of the episode. Please like, subscribe, and I will see you guys later.